Hi everyone, I'm Rutvi Vaja, and today I would be speaking about my journey with Fine Biotech, how I got enrolled as a research fellow. So, first, a brief introduction about myself. When I joined Fine, I was an undergraduate student in my first year, and I was doing integrated biomedical sciences. Now I'm doing my master's for integrated biomedical sciences with a specialization in neuroscience. And my interest lies in neuroscience, neurogenetics, cancer, oncology, concerned with neuroscience, brain tumors. So I had always this a nostalgic idea about how do I transform my wet lab ideas into dry lab. So then I came across Fine Biotech and I joined Fine Biotech as a growth ambassador firstly. So after joining as a growth ambassador, I got to know the experts over there. I interacted with Ilya, Dr. Mohit, and the mentors over there. Then I started talking with the research fellows that were enrolled at Dotan. So my duties as a growth ambassador generally comprising of the social interactions, interacting with students and stuff like that. So after joining as a growth ambassador and working as like for 3 months, I then got to know about the research fellowship program that was conducted under Pine Biotech. So then my mentors encouraged me to, join the research fellowship program. And I definitely learned from my peers the outcomes that they were having. So I then firstly developed the topic of interest that I wanted to work on. And as soon as I joined the research fellowship program, I was paired with a mentor. And that mentor was with me from the start till the end of my project. That was for the 3 month duration program. I was always interested in neuroscience, so I took multiple sclerosis. And for your information, I never knew bioinformatics and I didn't even knew what bioinformatics meant. So first I had to go through the rigorous coursework that is on the OmicsLogic platform. And trust me, that's one of the best platforms for you to get, inculcated with all these knowledge. Because not only bioinformatics, but also all of its branches like genomics, epigenomics, transcriptomics, everything was given. And the coursework, by coursework I don't only mean that they give you the materials for reading. Despite and after the materials, they also have interactive videos, animated videos. They have the performance, web browser, that is the OmicsLogic code platform, in which you can enter your code and see if your results are coming true or not. And they also have exercises and assignments and tests for you to take on your own, so that you can assess yourself on the basis of where you stand and how much knowledge you have acquired. So after doing this coursework, I was asked as a research fellow to find data sets. I didn't even knew how to find a data set or what a data set actually meant. So the mentors over here, they nurture you so nicely. Like I was ashamed telling them that I don't know data set and how to find them. But Dr. Mohit, Ilya, and Dr. Harpreet, who was my mentor, they all taught me how to find the data set, and that's on one-to-one interaction meeting. And every Friday, I guess when I was there, every Friday there was a research fellowship meeting once a weekly. So you discuss your progress, and after discussing your progress, they tell you that okay, you have done this much. Now these are my doubts, so they help you solve the doubts by hands-on. They share the computer screen, and on hands-on activities, they tell you that this is how you do. And in the next meeting, you show the progress to them. And one of the most interesting thing of the research fellowship program is they don't dictate you that this is how you do your project. It is you who decide what path you want to take. They only are there to guide you that okay, if you want to do this, this is done this way. And if you want to do this, this is done that way. They never tell you that okay, we have designed the project for you. Unlike other institutes which tell that okay, we have designed this project for you and you can go and do it and just submit it. This is all, like a growth process or the process of finding your own way, your own hypothesis. So yeah, that's the intricacy and the expositiveness of research fellowship program over here. So after you get enrolled in the research fellowship program, they train you as a student, and then you go through the process of publication and drafting your research project and everything. So this is my own experience that why I particularly got interested in Fine Biotech Research Fellowship Program and not some other program. That is because Over here, you get a hands-on experience with bioinformatics tools. Earlier, I had seen other places where they give you the coursework and then they teach you through tutorials that this is how it is done, but they don't allow you to perform the exercises by yourself. Over here, I not only had an experience of doing and using all the bioinformatics tools, but I also had an exposure to, using the tools which were on their server, which is the pipeline, and that was so useful. And not only the usage of pipelines by one click, but you even get to know the codes that were implemented in designing that pipeline if anyone wants to go in that field. Now, what happens is in wet lab, if people have experience, it takes years to get one result, or even if you want to find any gene of your interest, it takes years. But if you have an idea from a wet lab and if you want to see in which direction it goes, bioinformatics is one of the best tools to convert your wet lab hypothesis into a dry lab hypothesis and get the result. Over here, if an undergraduate wants to start a research in an early career, I would definitely recommend Fine Biotech's Research Fellowship Program, because it not only takes you through the process of research and hands-on activity, but after you complete your 3 months internship, fellowship program, they even take you through the process of drafting your research paper, publication, and research students knows how important it is for the publication to go haywire. Third is the interaction from mentors. Not only the in-house mentors I got exposed to, but Pine Biotech has research symposium twice a year or once a year, and in that you get critical reviews from mentors from all over the world and some of the leading universities, which tells you where you stand, how much you need to progress. And I think reviews like that you cannot get on a normal basis. Like, hey, I'm emailing a professor and I want a review on this. No one would ever care to reply to your email. But getting involved in Fine Biotech not only helped me to do such things, but also participating in the research symposium helped me to learn from different mentors all over the world how they progress, how they work. And my work also got reviews, which I know, okay, now I need to focus on this direction, I need to move on this direction. I never knew how to write a research proposal or a research paper for this instance, but after completing this research fellowship, when I started writing my first paper, the mentors, really helped me out about how to bring out the layout of the paper, what points need to be addressed, what points need to be included. So it's just not only a project where you just work on a project and leave it. They expect the outcome. Now, the outcome could be in the terms of poster or a research paper. Every week when I say you have to present your progress, you just not say that mentor, I have done this all thing. You have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation and show them, okay, I did these things, these are my results, and these are my difficulties. By doing so, they also are aiming to improve your presentation skills, which is very much needed in this work. So these were the key logistics or the key points I learned from the research program at Pine Biotech, and I really think that it stands out because I don't see any other institutes or companies giving such many advantages in one go. So, just a very brief idea about what my project was. I worked on multiple sclerosis and I wanted to find out the genes that are involved in the memory loss in multiple sclerotic patients, or if those genes are concerned with any kind of upregulated or downregulated pathway. So first at Pine Biotech, when you enroll for the research fellowship program, after you have done your coursework and findings like that, they ask you to plan your research proposal or your hypothesis on which you want to work on, and from there they take it forward. So it's definitely like a whole scientific community, and they do everything stepwise and level wise. It's nothing haywire. So after completing my project, I presented my poster with the same project as the Fine Biotech Research Symposium. So there were mentors from all over the world, and not only this, but my own mentors helped me to design, helped me get through the poster because this was my very first poster and I had no experience sharing a poster before. So I presented the poster at Fine Biotech Research Symposium, and I was very thankful because I won the Best Citizen Science Project Award. So that was definitely a learning phase for me. But then I regained my confidence and like, no, I can really do this. So then I started doing hands-on bioinformatics on my own. And trust me, now there's no going back. Earlier, I was so much, indecisive of, who works with the computers. I was running away from coding. I didn't like all these numbers and stuff. And now I'm like, there's no way without bioinformatics. So after doing the poster presentation, I started drafting my first, research drafts. So there were not always obviously one draft. I had to go through the processes. So I wrote my first research paper and then put it on the preprint server. And after like 9 to 11 months, it got accepted in Immunogenetics Open Access journal. So it was declared a few months back. So this was about the entire process regarding how do you go through the research fellowship program and the outcomes. And I would definitely suggest everyone who is over here to try this research fellowship program because it seems that it's just a research, but when you actually go through it, you cannot even count the number of advantages it gives you for your future. Not only this, I interacted with many mentors who were there in the symposium while I was presenting my work, and I had good opportunities to enroll in future programs and stuff like that. So yeah, this was about my journey. Mm.